Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Fort Prairie, an Alberta themed city. Welcome to episode 2. If you missed last episode, we started off the city, we hit the first 3 milestones, and we've just hit that 3rd milestone. So we're going to be picking up right where we left off last episode in this dirt road town. And we are going to be looking at building a park, improving our education because we don't have any yet, and city expansion. Whoa, look at that view. That's a nice shot. Thank you all for attending the premieres of both the series preview and episode 1. I'm recording this the day of episode 1, so I have seen some comments for the names of the town. So I know last episode I said that perhaps we'll wait until next week for the naming of the town and some roads, but there were a ton of amazing suggestions. So I've included some of them from the time that I'm recording, but if you've left any comments about name suggestions for roads, towns in the future, I have a notepad. I write them all down. You're good. It'll just not be in this exact place that we're gonna name use your name suggestion, but they will be used in the city. So let us dive out of this cinematic and let's take a quick look at how the town is looking. And the town has a fresh new name, folks. Thank you, Mark, for the suggestion. I thought it was very fitting, very thematic to the name of the town, the type of names that this town would probably be named after. So welcome to the small town just outside of what is going to be Fort Prairie, but welcome to Prairie Station, folks. Prairie Station, beautiful little town here, very thematic. Lots of towns are named simple things like that. So what would have happened originally for this name to pop up for this area was, well, 1, we're in a prairie, 2, there's a train station, hence people would be referring to this train station as Prairie Station. So I think that's a very fitting name for this area. It also fits with the theme of the future city that's going to be on this map. So that is Prairie Station. I also asked you to name a couple roads. So I named this road Railroad Street or Road or something like that. Railroad Road. But we got some great name suggestions for the town and for those roads. So let's go over some of them. So let's first take a peek at this road right here. So this is the main road coming in. And I'm realizing now that I didn't write down who commented this. So apologies for not the credit, but if you go back to episode 1, you'll be able to see it. We have Mayberry Avenue. So Mayberry is a fantastic name suggestion. And I thought it'd be very fitting. I think that's a great street name for the street that connects up with the highway. I can picture over here coming along this highway here, and there's a sign right over here that says Mayberry Street exit, next right, and then you pop off, and then all of a sudden you're down Mayberry Street. So I figured that was a really good name for an introductory. So thank you very much for the suggestion. I can't believe I didn't write down the names for some of these suggestions. Huge apology, but Joy suggested we use Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. So I thought it'd be really fun to have them on parallel roads right here. So the Sundance Kid Way is this road right here running across, which is going to be kind of the main street almost, where the railroad's going to be. So they're 2 outlaws. There's a famous movie about them. And Sundance Kid actually worked in Canada in what is now Calgary. So I thought that would be fitting for the main street. What else do we have over here? We have Stevenson Drive over here. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Stevenson Drive runs right up into the railroad, and Robert Stevenson was the first person to invent the locomotive, or at least run a train, between Manchester and Liverpool in the UK. So yeah, thank you very much for those suggestions. If you don't see your suggestion in the city yet, it's because I'm recording it before I got a chance, or it's just in my list still for future development. All right, so that's the first 4-ish minutes of the series, or of the episode. Let's dive into what we're gonna do. Well, we're gonna do a park. We're gonna build this park out over here. We're gonna build education, so we're gonna probably have 1 elementary school over here, another over here, and a high school if we have time. And then we're going to do some city expansion. We have tons of industrial demand, so that's really, really good. I think we're going to start with just beefing up the industry just a touch. And I do recognize that when we put the rail station in, we're going to delete this road here, this part right here. We're going to have a bump out, but we're going to have to delete a couple of these buildings for the spur line coming off. So we'll just have to watch out for that in the future. But it doesn't mean we can't continue building it this way. So my mouse is having a bit of an issue. All right, we're just going to zone that up right there. And the reason why we're able to zone this industry over here is because, well, the mouse is really freaking me out. This is agricultural specialty, and it doesn't create that much pollution, if at all, I believe. Let's just check our pollution. That's wind, Steven. Yep, so let's just back out of this view here and then go back to pollution. What the heck? What's wrong with my mouse? All right, pollution. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, so it's all the pollution staying out over here. We've been pretty good about keeping this away from any residential development, so we're good for now. But we'll wait for that to expand. It'll definitely eat up some of our industry demand, so that is good with me. But just to make sure that we have enough coverage, I'm going to finish that off over here. All right, so let us start with the park as we wait for all this to level up. I guess we can go to 3 speed. So this is the area we have marqued for the park. The reason why is because I kind of see this as when you're coming off the highway, you get split off over into here. This is the first exit. So if you were to turn left here, which, you know, it might not stay this way, the park kind of forces you to split off into 2 different directions into the residential zone. I think that's pretty good. It also breaks up the grid a lot. So yeah, so let's get that park going. So we're going to go into the park zoning tool here. We're going to zone this park up. And did it work? Yeah, okay, there we go. And then we're going to go into park tools over here, and we're just going to add in just the small park main gate. We're going to have this right here. There we go. We unlocked level 1 park tools. And then we're going to have another gate on the opposite side, and then we're going to have, pretty simple, just 4. I'm going to repurpose these momentarily, but I don't know why the name isn't popping up. There it is, Briar Rose City Park. Yeah, I don't know about that. So let us name it after the street. Jones Road is up for grabs still. So we're going to name it after the name of that road. So if you have a suggestion for that road, we'll also name it after this park. So we're going to name this Jones Road Park for now. And as this street gets a name, we will change the name of the park. I think the street will continue up a little bit more, but that's okay for now. We have some water issues, and that is because we didn't bring the pipe all the way down over here. So we'll do that. There we go. That's perfect with me. And then we're going to get some upgrades to our road system here. We don't have the asymmetrical road unlocked yet, so we're going to have to wait on that, but that's okay. We're going to just pave in the roads around the park because I feel like it's just going to make the park look just a lot nicer. I'm okay with paving in some roads later on, but we're going to stop. We're not going to do that right now. Anyway, so let us line this up. We're going to be using Move It here. Move It is a fantastic tool if you have PC. Whoa, look at that. We're having some power issues. So we have 1 power plant. It's a coal power plant. And I'm going to move it. And, you know, it's producing 40 megawatts, but clearly our power is exceeding that. So so we need to up our power. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We can go into our budget, and we can just bump up our power over here, which should be good enough for a little while. Yeah, there we go. So now we're producing 50 megawatts. And I also noticed while we're over there that our water is also having some issues. You can always use this tool to check it out. Fortunately, I have a recording overlay from my system. It actually covers the power and the water button. So it's always funny that I don't really know what's going on, but you all can see it. So we'll also beef that up. It's going to cost us some money, though. I hope we don't go in the red too much. All right, so back to the park. We're going to straighten these out. We're going to try to create a nice, simple park. I don't really see this park as a level 5 park. I'm gonna say that right off the bat, this is not going to be a level 5 park. This is going to be a lovely park to take a stroll through. Now normally I would go with the zoo path with decorations, but I think we're gonna stick with all the park themes for now. So now we can see the grid here. That's pretty much in the middle, but this is not in the middle. So we're gonna have to move this one over. There we go. So we're just gonna straighten this out. Move this node. Oh, that node's attached to the... Okay, I see. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, well, we can leave it at that. But we can also level up the trees. We can go into the new trees, I believe. We'll go into one of these big ones, and we could use pines. That might work. Why don't I use these trees over here? So I'll use the picker tool to select that tree. There we go. And then we're going to upgrade the park road here to have those trees. And look at that, we've created a nice little zone over here. That's lovely. So I don't really see this park needing too many gates, or sorry, fences, but what I do think we need is a fence over on this side. So we're going to turn anarchy on so we can do this properly. We're also going to turn off all our guidelines so we can be pretty accurate where we're going to place this. So I want fencing over here mainly because I want to be able to block this off. So we're going to have this go right around here. There we go. I don't really see a need for us to have fences on this side, but you know, cars are coming in over here. You want to make sure you have a nice little barrier over on this side. Then we're going to move this bad boy back a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to use another mod I have here, which is the surface painter. I'm just going to do this, and we're going to... Oh no, it covers the pavement a little bit. Okay. Be very particular with this. There we go. Should change the coloration a little bit. And now city services trucks can access that. So Jones Road Parks only had one visitor. That's okay. I don't suspect too many people want to really come to this park yet because there's no amenities. So, well, you know, what kind of amenities really would go in a park like this? Honestly, the trampoline park would make sense. Now, the plazas could be interesting to add in. It's not really a plaza type of park, though, in my opinion. So I think maybe we get a nice little cafe over here. I like putting the cafes off the road, to be honest, in these instances. Yeah, I mean, it could also work in this case right over here. Yeah, let's see if we can use Move It to manipulate this a little bit better. No, that's okay. We'll go back to the surface painter and we'll just, whoops, paint this with pavement a little bit to blend it in a bit better. There we go, that's nice. I like that. We'll also get a washroom over here. How about right beside the water tower? That makes sense. Yeah, I hope we can get this to level 2. I think that'll be the goal, but I don't see us getting it beyond level 2 at all. So we can always use the flower beds. That increases land value, or the park's value, a little bit. Let's try and just put these together. That's nice. And how about we get a nice hedgerow here? We can use the prop line tool, I believe. It's always a bit tricky finding the limit of it, though. Here we go. Some nice hedges, kind of blocks it off. Doesn't really make it too much. Doesn't make too much of a difference, sorry. Alright, so we do need some more. Again, I don't really see this as like a food truck type area. I don't mind a bit of a market, though. That could be nice. So we could have the yakisoba. Is that what they are? I think so. Yeah, yakisoba noodles. You know, maybe like a Saturday morning farmer's market. That could be nice. But we're going to be a bit particular with what's going on over here because the trees, right? So we'll have 2 little stands over here, and how about we get a nice little... Whoa. soda stand. And we get a couple chests in the park on the other locations. The little corners here. Let's see if that takes us up to the next level. Ah, we're so close. Okay, so we just need a few more props because I don't really want to add in the plaza, another cafe, the park info booth. It's not really that type of park, right? So how about we get some picnic tables and we'll throw just a couple back over here. Maybe the workers hang out back here. And then over on this side, what we could do is we could go back to that hedgerow. How about we just go with this grass one here? We'll go with the line and we'll try to find the perfect spot for it. We'll run it right beside it. All right, so I'm gonna put Shift P on. Oh, it was already on. Prop and tree anarchy. Okay, I would like it a bit closer to the fence. Okay, just that, that's fine. There we go. And can't really get trees back there, unfortunately. So again, we're gonna, no, I think that'll probably be fine. How about some bushes back there? I wonder if that'll help out a little bit. So we got a couple of the new bushes back here. Very lovely. And we'll get a couple bushes in these corners over here to hide some of the funkiness that's going on as well. Plus, it's the new bushes. That's nice to have. And why don't we get that tree again? I forget which tree it was, so let's just grab it with the picker mod. And we'll get, yeah, we'll get some nice trees in that corner. And then over here, I know I just put bushes there, but that's okay. All right, so I think that should be good for that. Yeah, there we go. So we hit the next level. That is fantastic. So we'll leave it at that. Level 2 is a fine level for this park for me. I mean, there's not a lot of space. I don't want it to be overcrowded. All right, so we got that. Education is next on my list, but before we do education, I see we have so much industry demand. There's no way that we can continue without touching on that a bit more. So let us grab this upgraded road here. We're gonna upgrade, you know what, let's not upgrade the road. We'll just continue on with the dirt roads for now. So I'm gonna take Railroad Avenue here. We're gonna turn our guidelines back on so we'll make sure we're parallel with the rest of the town. And we're going to continue this to about here. Oh, so I had Prop and Tree Anarchy on when I did that. And that meant that all the trees stayed under this. So I don't want that. So what I'm doing is I'm holding Alt down and just moving it ever so slightly down the line here, and that fixes it temporarily. And then you can always check your grid to see if I messed it up. I did mess up the grid, so we're gonna just delete it. Call a bit of a mulligan on that. That's okay, folks. It's always good just to check, you know? Okay, there we go. Why does... Oh, wrong thing? Holy moly. Just make sure we are actually still good. We are still good. And I said to about here, right? So that's good. So I want to take the road beyond the curve because that is a realistic thing to do. If you look at industry areas where the railroad curves away, the road networks don't always necessarily follow it. And I feel like this is getting into a bit more of the wilderness area, so I think that'll probably be the end of Railroad Street. But it means we probably need to look at expanding this area out entirely if we're gonna get industry all out this way. So how far do we want to take Sundance? I think we'll take it a bit farther than what we currently have it at least. We'll continue with this grid though. At least one more block. And then we could also look at doubling it, or at least maybe 1.5 times the size of the grid. That seems reasonable. And we'll do the same thing for one more block. Yeah, I mean, I like this size grid. And then why don't we skip one for now? Ah, no, that wouldn't happen at this point. Okay, so there we go. Let's take our forest brush tool. We're just going to take away these trees on this side of the road because we know we're going to develop here. I still haven't built a forest brush for this area, but that's okay. Oh, looks like we dipped down quite a ways over here. So I think one thing we're going to do is we're actually going to look at trying to slope this a little bit. I think if we open this tab, we can see the slope of this. Yeah, so we slope down and back up. So what I would like to do is to edit this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our network multi-tool. We're going to go into set slope mode. We're going to find that maximum, which is about right here. We're going to select that node. Then we go back up over here. I'm going to select this node. And what this is going to do, yeah, and we just click enter. This is going to re-level the rail a little bit. That is a much more realistic slope. But it also means, oh, and look at that, then we're going back up, eh? Okay, so what I should have done is checked that first. And we're gonna do that again. So it's right here. We're gonna go right to the bridge. There we go. So the slope is a bit off, but now it's not. So the railroad would definitely do that. Now we have an option here. We could elevate the railroad down the line and leave this, or we could edit the terrain so that we're at an even keel here, because when they were building the railroad, they wouldn't dip the rail. They would keep it straight, especially for a section so small as that. So we could place this as elevated rail down the road, but I don't think we have that available to us as of yet. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to let that stay as such, and we're going to just live with the terrain here. But because of that, we're going to need to be a bit more selective on what's going to happen over here. So we can see the topography start to change. So it means our industry, our farming industry over here is going to have to change a little bit as well. So I think right about here is where we can maybe start. No, not yet. Yeah, right over here is where we can start dabbling into larger blocks here. So we'll do that. We'll leave it at that for now. Let this all zone in a little bit. See what pops up. This is also a great opportunity to get a road underneath here, actually. But I don't really want to do that until we get elevated rail, because that could look funny. Yeah, right over here is a perfect spot to cross the rail line, and then we'll probably get another crossing over on this side as well. Oh, look at this. It slopes down over here, too. Let's take a quick peek. I don't want to go too far, though. Yeah, look at this. So they would definitely trench through this, so we'll just fix that really quickly. We'll select this node, and then we'll select this node. Yeah, you can see the grading difference. If we just do that, we trench that little bit, and that is a much more realistic thing for a rail line to do. Oh, forgot water. If you're new to the series, this is something that happens every episode. I forget to do the water. Alrighty, and we'll bring the water up. Whoa. Up this road. I haven't connected them yet, but we will. Alrighty, so now that we got that expanding, let's slow the sim down a little bit because that's okay. So the next thing I had on the list is to do education. We're 25 minutes in the episode. We're running out of power again, so we might need to get that second power up, so I'll watch that. But let's get education in. So if you recall from last episode, I kind of went through the system on how I like to approach services. So power, water first, obviously. I think then garbage second, fire, police, healthcare, then education. So now we're at that point where we're at that education level. So we get to decide whether or not or where we're going to place our schools. So I definitely want to do 2 elementary schools and a high school. So this high school is a much more realistic high school, in my opinion, than the other one, especially if you're not in the downtown core of an area. So let's take a look at the topography here. Let's plan the high school out. So we got a bit of a dip over on this side, and we got a bit of a flat land over here. Let's see. So we're on a major road over here. I think this is a good spot for the high school, right over on this side right here. We got some flat land over here in what would probably be expansion of the city. for some football fields and some baseball fields down the line. So I think we'll do that. So that means that this road would stop, continue this one up. Yeah, okay, I like this. I like this plan. So I'm going to pause the game while I do this. We're going to get this in right here. So we are on a bit of a slope, it looks like, but nothing too harsh. Let's see if we can get our landscaping tools. And I'm just going to smoothify some things. So I'm going to select this height. I'm just going to try and level this out. So we got some funkiness going on. So I'm going to select this with move it. And we're going to say get to that height. I think that might have fixed it a little bit. No, so we're not going to get rid of that bump. That's okay. But we can definitely level this out over into here. Just smooth it all out. Look how smooth this is. That's fantastic. That's going to be so nice for some sports fields. What's going on over here? Holy moly. That's okay. You know what I'll do is I'll just grab this node and we'll say get to that height. And that should probably fix the issue. No, looks like we're just ever so slightly above the rest of the terrain. That's okay. All right. We'll leave it at that. Just get some more smoothing going on over here, just to level some things out. Yeah, we're gonna leave how funky this looks for now, but I think we're good otherwise. Alrighty, smoothify the downtown a little bit. That would erode for sure. Okay, enough of that, Steven. So we got the high school in place, but we don't really have any other method of education, and that would be elementary school. So we have a relatively new high school. We could go for the older elementary school. That's fine. I just don't think the asset is the best. I really like this look. So what we'll do is we'll go a bit closer to the rail, a bit more centrally located, and we're gonna occupy this whole lot for the school. Yeah, so we got the playground in the middle over here. Let's look at upgrading the roads around the schools here, because then we can look at detailing them a little bit better. So we'll just upgrade these roads through here, and then these ones. I know it's not the most cohesive thing at the moment, but there we go. All right, so we got this. I think this would probably need a fence, so why don't we grab that fence right now? And we'll go with a wooden fence. So the forestry fence, and we'll turn off our guidelines for now. We'll run this fence right through here, and then right to that corner, then right to there, and we got a gate here for pedestrians, and then also this side is open a little bit as well. All right, so I'm thinking maybe we can delete this fence actually, and we can run a path through here. So we'll go with a dirt path, and we'll turn on freeform right here. We'll put this right there, curve this around, bit of a cut through, and then we'll see if we can sneak a path through here. We'll connect this up like so. Then if I grab and move it here, I can grab that node and I can swing it out over here a little bit. So it looks like there's a bit more dirt over on this side. Yeah, and there we go. And then what we can do is we can get that fence back. So we'll just grab the picker mod, we'll select that fence, and we'll just bring it right up to here and do the same thing. And there we go. That's much nicer. Let's grab a couple trees too while we're at it. So we'll grab that tree. There we go. Looks like we're already on it. And we'll throw that tree right in the corner. And we'll throw that tree right in the corner. We'll throw one over here. It's probably good enough for now. And now we've really incorporated that playground asset into the city without actually having to use a whole use a park. What we could do is we could go into our park tabs and use something like a small playground and fit it in, but then they kind of obstruct. I mean, that fits perfectly. It's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll come back to that in a future date, but oftentimes mixing these two assets together really flows good together. However, if you plant this down, there's trees on the asset, kind of obstructs the look a little bit. So yeah, I think we're good. All right, the high school we're gonna leave for now, but I wanted to get it in earlier rather than later. So let us just fill in these blocks with residential then. And we're gonna need water. See, I didn't forget this time. There we go. And we are making some money. We also have a lot of commercial demand. So I think this is an opportune time to upgrade that road, the main street, Mayberry Avenue. Yeah, this is a good time. So we pre-planned for this expansion. It's going to cost us some money, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. There we go. Look how clean that is. So I'm going to pause here really quickly, and we're going to redraw in some of this. So we're gonna get commercial. I don't know if I want commercial right there, so we'll take this one. Oh, forgot that. Okay, we're gonna delete some of this that currently exists. Yeah, I'll delete that one. That's okay. Delete these smaller ones. Okay, so all this commercial is going to regrow really fast because of the demand, which is fantastic. So the reason why I'm going smaller over on this side is because I think it'll fit a little bit nicer. So also, I don't really want commercial on this road. What we could do is we could turn zoning off on it. So why don't we showcase that mod? So we're just going to click Z, which is a hotkey for this area. I'm going to turn zoning off of these roads. And that allows us to really make sure that the zoning stays nice and clean right through here. No, I kind of like the idea of having this. So this house is just going to back onto that. I think we'll leave that space. Okay, so we're changing up the size of the lots for commercial over here, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, so a couple options you have when you're splitting your commercial and your industry zone, or commercial and your residential zone. Actually, we need to destroy this one as well. And this one. Yeah, we're gonna destroy this one too. Okay, it's weird how they're not using all the size of the lots available to them. I was hoping that they would all grow in on the 4-step. Like on 4x4, that didn't make any sense. Yeah, okay, well, we'll just kind of let it all happen. All right, so you have a couple options. What you could do is you could run a path down here. Power, I see that, don't worry. You could run a path, you could run a fence. So why don't we just fix the power issue right now? We're gonna run with a, oh my goodness. How much does this cost? 23, okay, well, we might have to roll with the wind power for now. That's okay. Oh, looks like we regained some momentum here, so maybe we can get enough money to get to the coal power plant, 23,000. We shall see. We could always look at raising taxes too a little bit. It's not something that I normally do, but 10 is usually the limit I would go for. There's no provincial tax in Alberta too, so taxes would need to stay lower. All right, look at this. Fantastic. I love that. It's gonna look really nice when the city's a bit more grown. Oh no! I just totally realized this isn't in the district. Holy cow. Steven, what were you doing? All this industry's gotta go. It's gotta go. Sorry. Might as well just fill up this whole lot as Fort Station then. Or Prairie Station. Okay, we'll bring Prairie Station out over into here, up, and we'll just cut it off right there for now. Doesn't really need to go much farther. All right, there we go. It's deleting. They're deleting themselves. That's fantastic. All right. And where does that district end? Right here. Okay, good to know. Because I would like to get a bit of a transition zone with that industry. So if we roll with some rural roads again. Oops, our guidelines are off. And I guess we can fill this area up now. Oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to get too much farther because I do want to get a diagonal road at some point. We're probably going to get that road over on this side. We'll cross right here at that trench. Okay, so let's get another grid. Don't want to go too much farther than that, though. Oh, that was off. Holy cow, Steven. You're messing up so much. Alrighty. And we can bring this one out though. So let's get those taxes. Gotta get some people going. We do need a elementary school out this way as well. Okay, so this is the border here. So what I can do is we can zone this up as, not this one maybe, as farming industry. And that should remain clean industry, and that'll also help with our transition a little bit. Could also throw it into here, into this block. We do have industry, we do have residential over here, so we'll bring it into that block as well. And so I'll take it out over here and we'll throw that industry right through here. That should be good enough. Oh, water, of course, Stephen. Okay, we'll bring that water right through here. Connect up. Fantastic, it's really coming along. Hey, look at that, we hit level 2 on that park. Nothing else we can really do because that chessboard not gonna fit and there's no water, so. All right, and we definitely have enough money for that power upgrade now, so we'll do that. We'll throw it back into this area. We're definitely gonna change up our power system shortly, probably to geothermal once we start getting there. Although wind is definitely something that I want to do in larger scale once we have the opportunity. So now that we have that, let's open up our power over here and we can go into our budget. So we're very much in the green, so I can bring us back down to 100. And we should be good. Yeah, or we're very good. But water is struggling a bit, so we need another water tower, it looks like. So we'll have to get that, so why don't we take a quick peek at water availability. What we could do is actually, we could also try to feed from the river a little bit as well. So that could be interesting. It also would definitely make a reason why there's a road coming out this way if we have our pump out on this side. Something to think about. Wait, do we not have water out over here? Oh, it's just that there's no demand. Okay. Yeah, let's just stick with water towers for now. Don't really have a good spot for one, unfortunately. We've already used this location over on this side. We could just try to co-opt some space over here. Why don't we just do that? Right behind this commercial center. Okay, we'll hop into the road and in. And then what I like doing for random water towers is to just grab a path, a dirt path, and we'll run it right behind the Burger King here. Just like that. And it'll probably be on this side actually. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a fence. So we're going to get that metal fence that we have. We're just going to surround this, go behind the Burger King. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so we got that residential demand back. We fixed our power issue. We fixed our water issue. It means we can probably bring our water budget down, but I think we'll leave it for now. So we can get back to what we were doing with this main town over here now, our main road. So we got Mayberry upgraded, but we have these commercial buildings that can definitely... It's weird how they're growing up like that, eh? Anyways, let's roll with some fences to split off here. So it's going to separate the commercial from the residential zone. You can also use pathways. Pathways work a bit better in cities, but I think the fence works pretty good in this instance. So why don't we go with a wooden fence? Yeah, that works. Let's go with the wood fence. We'll put the fence... Should be in the commercial side or the residential side? Why don't we go with the commercial side? There we go. You know what? Before we do this, we definitely need to upgrade these roads, because I think it's just going to delete the fences once we upgrade them. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to upgrade these roads right through here. Fantastic. Okay, so let us go back to that fence. Turn off guidelines. And we're going to run it right alongside right here. Are we getting close to that next milestone? Yeah, you know what, we are. So hopefully we can end at that milestone today. So we are getting close to the end of the video. Alright, so now we're kind of switching, so I think we'll stick to that plan. Maybe right through here we do that, I don't know. The way these houses are kind of looking, I think maybe that fence needs to be on the residential side. And this already has a fence pretty much, so we'll leave that for now. Alright, we're on this side. Yeah, we'll run this one on the commercial side. And then we'll do the same down through here. Right down the commercial side. And this whole block is commercial. Okay, so now if we kind of look at it, looks a bit more realistic having the commercial zone blocked off. I don't know about that building, guys. Holy moly. Starlight. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. So, we've upgraded some of the major road connections. Yeah, this industry is looking a lot better than the previous one, so. Alright. Garbage is doing a-okay for now. We're all in the green, technically. Not really that great down there, but we're still good. And we have tons of residential demand. Okay, so let's watch out for the pollution levels over here. Let's see where that pollution limit goes. So we can probably go into this square over here with residential. Alright, so over here that's squeaking. My dog's chewing on his ball. It's got a squeaker in it. Alrighty, and let us try and make that push for Boom Town right at the end of the episode here. Wait, I said we weren't going to expand too much farther along here. So why don't we look at pushing up the hill then? Okay, we'll bring this upwards a little bit. Let's take a look. Probably get into the limit over there. Okay, that's pretty good with me. And we're on this side. We are getting pretty close to the highway over here. I think I want to delete that section. Climbing up the hill. I think that's probably fine. I think the highway's right of way would probably be around here. So I think we have a bit of space over on this side. Let's bring it out to about that point. And we'll say that's the limit for there. There wouldn't be any more crossroads after that point either. We were already kind of pushing it by going up this hill here. So there probably wouldn't be a road right here. So let us zone up all this. And we can take out these trees. All right. And we'll leave this side because we don't really want to touch too much over there. We are getting some more commercial demand, which is good. But let's bring this out to here. And we'll bring this whole area. I think we can start changing up the grid a little bit. So how about right here we make a smaller... well, let's try to find where the bridge would go, or the tunnel first. So how about we stick with the normal size for this block, and then we'll look at selecting something a bit shorter on this side, and then this is where the road's going to go. So I'll just do that so I have a reminder, and then we'll do that. We don't really need a block our road over there, although that is Sundance, isn't it? So Sundance would probably need to come all the way. Hey, there we go. We hit Boom Town. We unlocked another tile. We have airport areas unlocked. That's pretty cool. We got Post. Fantastic. I think I'm gonna throw that in right at the end of this episode. Tours, taxi, transport, buses. So I guess next episode we're doing some transit. That's awesome. And we got some intersections, some more roads. That's great. So maybe we can start looking at upgrading some roads a bit more. Healthcare and deathcare. Deathcare is something we're gonna need to do right away. So we'll throw in deathcare and post before we leave. The reason why is because once we unlock this, people start dying, and you don't want that to happen without deathcare. So Boom Town, and then the next milestone is 5,500. So we're not gonna hit that for a little while. We'll stop all this nonsense. Let us just zone up into here. And I'll leave that for now. We'll let that come in. So we didn't get a second elementary school. We're gonna probably put that over here somewhere. Oh, of course, forgot the water at the end of the episode too, Stephen. Holy moly! We'll bring this one right up through here, and we're not gonna catch it all. So silly mistake. Probably good for there for now. So what did I say we needed? The post and deathcare. So let's start with deathcare. I'll get a nice cemetery. And we also have bees unlocked as well now, which is good. These places of worship. But I think we'll start off with the cemetery. So let's think. So this probably wouldn't be the first church. I think we'll make a whole episode about planting the first. Not a whole episode. We'll have a key moment in an episode of trying to figure out where the original church is for this town. But you know, this isn't a bad spot over here anyways, so we'll do that. And what else did I say? I said post, didn't I? So we'll get the post. That's the taxi, Stephen. Where is the post services? Isn't it in here? So we didn't unlock post? What the heck? Am I just blind? Post office. Okay, it's an industry. Since when is it an industry? Okay, interesting. Well, the post office would be right on the main corner here, because this is where the railroad's going to be, so it would have been right on the main intersection right away. So we could put it over here. Yeah, let's put it right in the main corner right here. So we'll do that. Throw on 3 speeds so those buildings go away so we can kind of see what it looks like downtown. Yeah, very nice. We got the post office right up the main street here. We got the old police station. We got this medical station. We got a Burger King, bookstore. This is turning out pretty nice. So let's end the episode off by upgrading a couple roads just through the main core here. Upgrade that road and that road. This road's gonna get deleted, so we won't do that. Let's connect up here. We'll do this road as well, just so we have a couple upgraded roads throughout the city here, folks. Upgrade this. And Railroad Street should probably get upgraded a little bit too, shouldn't it? Alright. And I think we're good over here for now. right. Oh, we're missing water in the cemetery. That's needed. We'll bring it along here. All right, folks. So we're running out of power again. We have a good even balance for next episode. I hope you liked today's episode, folks. We did a lot. We added a park. Let's just go into this. We added a nice little park here with a nice Saturday morning market, a cafe for some citizens to enjoy. It also blends in the water tower a bit better than we did over on this side. Upgraded the main road here. We extended the railroad all the way out, or railroad street, I guess, and some industry all the way out over here. We added in a high school, which we haven't detailed yet. We added in an elementary school that we did detail. So we'll leave it at that, folks. I hope you liked the build today. We'll showcase this park a little bit. Have a lovely day. Talk to you on Monday in Brockton County. Peace out.